Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be doing my March wrap-up. I almost said February wrap-up. February wrap-up. I'm going to be doing my March wrap-up. March is over almost. I can't believe it. I'm filming this actually a little bit early just because it's easier for me to do it early, and I don't plan on reading any more books this month, which sounds weird, but is not too weird. I'm not going to be reading any more books, but I'm just not going to be finishing them. Before we get started, I want to just show you what I will be reading, and if I finish it this month, then that's a friggin' gold star for me. I'm going to start Furies of Calderon. Well, I've already started it, but I'm only like 5 pages in, so I'm going to start reading this, and I think I'll be reading this exclusively, so if I finish it by the end of this month, which is like 4 days away, then I finish it. But if not, this is what I'll be reading. This month I didn't read too many books. I'm not like mad about it or anything. I got into a massive book hangover and can't be mad about that. So I haven't read too many books this month, but the books that I have read, I didn't give anything below 4.5 stars. So I read amazing books this month, and that made up for the lack of numbers. I think altogether I read 9 books, maybe 10. I know that may sound like a lot, but it was paced weird, so it doesn't feel like I read a lot. I read like a bunch of books back to back here at the end of the month, and I read a bunch of books in the beginning of the month. So there was this big chunk in the middle where I didn't read anything, so that's why it felt like I didn't read a lot this month. But oh yeah, see, I only read 7 books. Anyways, I don't want to talk a lot about that, but let's just get into the books I read. A lot of them I read on my Kindle, so that was cool because I haven't read on my Kindle in a while. One second. The first book that I read was Lena by R.K. Lilly, and this book is about a secondary character in the Up in the Air world, and I really enjoyed it. I ended up giving it a 5 out of 5 stars, which is weird because I usually don't do that for novellas. It was a novella. I don't know if I mentioned that. Sorry if my arm is out of camera. My dog is currently chewing on my fingers. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I ended up giving it a 5 out of 5 just because it made me feel a lot, and I really liked the feelings that I felt, so I ended up giving it a 5 out of 5 stars. It's new adult, and it was really good, maybe even adult. The next book that I finished was Lovely Trigger by the same author. This book came out in the beginning of the month, on the 8th I think, and I really enjoyed it. It was a good conclusion. I really just liked it. I really liked it. Oh, I ended up giving it a 4 stars. I did feel frustrated through a lot of it, and a lot of it was history that I already knew because I read the Up in the Air trilogy, so they're companion novels almost. A lot of the stuff I already knew, and it was kind of annoying, but I enjoyed it for just a fun read. Lots of drama. That series is just full of drama. The next book that I finished was Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. This is the reason for my book hangover, because once I finished this trilogy, I just didn't know where to go from there. I was just like, I would pick up things and I'd put them down and I'd reread some Chris and Ashley stuff, but then I just couldn't get into it, which is weird, but also I've been rereading her so much that I've almost read all of her books twice now, sometimes 3 times. I just loved the way this ended to the point where I just feel like my life is over. I don't know how to explain it. If you've read this book, the ending just it was just ended. I don't know. I really enjoyed this story. I highly recommend this trilogy. I know a lot of you are picking it up and reading it, and that's awesome. You're gonna love it. I just 5 out of 5 stars. 7 books. You think I'd remember them, but I don't. The next book that I read was Best Kind of Broken by Chelsea Fine. I did a review on this, so if you want more information about my feelings, I will link that down below. I ended up giving it a 4 out of 5 stars. Really good new adult novel. Lots of feelings. It was super cheesy, but I didn't care so much because it was very heartwarming, so I highly recommend that if you are new to new adult. Also, I have a video about that too, if you want to check that out. The next one that I read is White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I also did a review on this book, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. I really enjoyed it. I love Jennifer L. Armentrout, and this just brought back all the love I have for her. She does young adults so much better than she does any other genre, in my opinion. I just love the worlds that she creates, and maybe not young adults specifically, but she does paranormal better than contemporary, in my opinion. I just like them better, and this just showed me how much I am still in love with her writing style. I cannot recommend enough. I love this book. I really did. The next one that I read is a new adult novel, and that is Maybe Someday. I also have a review for this, and you can check check it down. You can check it out down below, but I loved this story. It was so good. Colleen Hoover is another one of my favorites. Really, really great writer. I recommend this to anybody. It doesn't matter if you like romance, doesn't matter if you like new adult. I think it's one of these, this is one of those books that if you like any type of book, you will enjoy. It's got great character development, great story, fun read, and I just really, really enjoyed it. I give it a 5 out of 5. Did I already say that? I think I did. The last book that I read this month, I actually just finished it today, and that is Crown of Embers by Ray Carson. This took me a little bit to read. I was pacing myself. Like I said, I just wasn't in the mood to read after I read Hero of Ages, so my books I read maybe Someday and White Hot Kiss back to back in like 2 days, and then I just didn't pick up anything until I picked up this about a week ago or so, maybe a little over a week ago, and I've just been reading it slowly. The pacing of this book is super quick, so it was a struggle for me to read it slowly, but I ended up just taking my time with it, and I think I enjoyed it a little bit more because I did. I really, really like this series, and I love the main character. She's not something you find in young adult very often, and I love how she's portrayed. I love how she's growing. And if you have not picked up this trilogy, you really should, or at least try out the first book. I gave the first book a 4.5 stars because it was a new book, and it was the first book in a series and had just slight problems that I can't actually name, but just things that held me back from giving it a 5 out of 5. And this one didn't have those things, and I ended up giving it a 5 out of 5 stars. I loved it. I just love Hector so much. I really enjoyed this story, and I love where it's going. I'm so scared of what's going to happen in the third book because I feel like it's going to end in a tragedy, but we'll see. I think that if you guys like Throne of Glass or Shadow and Bone, this reminds me of those two put together. It just is the perfect combination of the two, and I really, 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 really like this series. Can't say that enough. I will be doing a series review on it once I finish Bitter Kingdom, so look out for that. That is my wrap up. Let me know down below what you guys thought of the books I read this month, and if you have picked them up this month, or what books you did pick up this month, and let me know if you are going to be picking up these books, and yeah, I think that's it. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!